Oh yeah, Demon Little Cinema Club. Oh my god, I'm back and I'm here to fuck shit up by introducing art to my friends. Let's see the round table here. We got El Dondino, we got Jason Eccles, and we also got Marina, and we got Steve Des TV. And tonight we're gonna talk about who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Um.
Man, that boy can sing.
Oh
Terrible.
well, that
Terrible.
was awful. I'll never do that again. By the way. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the 2004 movie, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the first one, the canonical end of the Sponge. It kept going. It's like The Simpsons now. You got to put it down eventually, but that's just me. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the film. We're gonna go into our first impressions, and for this one, I want to see while we talk about your guys' first impression of the movie. Also, if you could remember, what was your introduction to the Sponge? It could be anybody. Des. We'll start with Des.
Okay. Uh, Impression. Uh, for some weird reason, for some weird reason, I know that I haven't seen this movie, but for some weird reason, I seen the scene of David Hasselhoff just like going through the ocean. I don't know how, when, nothing, but that was the only scene that I was like, I seen that part before, but I haven't seen none of this movie. Um, my introduction to the sponge. Let me talk about that first. I think I was just, I don't know, a kid, I guess. Yeah, I was. I really don't know, man. I just know that I watched it when I was a kid, and it was cool. It was like, oh, it's fun, but it was like the early episodes. I haven't seen none of the new stuff. Then I remember one time I went to the Dominican Republic and they had it in Spanish, and it was, but it was in Dominican Spanish. It wasn't like any Spanish. It was Dominican Spanish, and it was the most hilarious thing I ever seen in my life in that Spanish. And then later in life, I was watching it with my nephew, and I couldn't stop thinking about how much they bombard kids with commercials because I was watching it like regular TV, and there were so many like cereal and cracky cocaine addicted commercials that I was just like, what is going on? With like, why are they trying to do this to children? Was I raised like that? Like, that's crazy. Those been my different stages with SpongeBob SquarePants. Um, and that's been my journey. And then as far as the movie goes, it felt for the most part like a regular episode, just like a longer episode of. The only thing that was like very different was the intro for sure, and then the part that they're out of the water and David Hasselhoff and the whole deal. But everything else to me just felt like, I don't know. It didn't have fully the, to me, movie feel. Maybe because I watched it at home or something. But yeah, it felt more like a long episode. Anyways, that's my first impressions.
All right, let's go Marina. I want to let's go with Marina. I want to. I'm actually really interested in how you feel about the movie. Honestly, out of everybody, but yeah, go ahead.
I am way too sober to be watching movies like this right now. Like, it would have been so nice to have been able to drink a cocktail and laugh because I was just like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I feel like I've seen it in bits and pieces, but I never like sat down and watched it before. And I think it is because like it doesn't pull me in with the movie vibe. I'm so used to like the shorter episodes and like ha ha ha. But it's like, oh no, the jokes are still going. They're still looking for this crown. Like it definitely I may rewatch once I'm dry January is over. But yeah, it was just very long. And Yeah, I feel like SpongeBob is trippy, and if you're not in a trippy mood, I don't know, sometimes I don't know, I just felt like, wow, I guess I am getting older. Like I could not really focus on the plot. I had to watch it like once and then start it over because I'm like, I think I missed jokes too. Um, and then my journey with SpongeBob, it's the same, like, SpongeBob is like my Family Guy, The Office, like, I've never watched the whole thing, but if it's on, cool. I don't really have the childhood memories because, grew up no cable house, so if it wasn't on PBS, I wasn't really watching it, and then also just grew up really strict, so I wasn't really allowed to watch the cartoons that have, like, adult innuendos in it. So the only time I ever really watched it, if, like, I went to an aunt's house or one of my mom's friend's house and, like, their kids had Nickelodeon on, I'd get a couple episodes in. But, yeah, it's a lot to digest for it wasn't a long movie, it's only an hour and a half, but it's still it was a lot to digest, and I feel like if you weren't, like, a heavy SpongeBob watcher, I feel like some of the jokes may not be as funny 'cause it feels like callbacks to other episodes, like, in inside jokes and, like, inside relationships with some of the characters. But it was still cute, but definitely had a lot of odds against me. Not really a huge part of my childhood. I couldn't drink wine with it, like, so it was just definitely a long kinda dragged a bit watching the film.
All right,
Definitely.
now we're gonna go to our residential SpongeBob and Patrick duo. We got Jason and Dino. Go for it! Oh,
All right. I'll start.
which one is SpongeBob and which one is Patrick?
I'll be Patrick, I think. Yeah.
Checks out.
Because I do have them. What do you call it? What do you call it? Netting. What is it? The leg netting, and high heels. I can rock that pretty good.
Literally fishnets.
Yeah, fishnets. There we go. Yeah. So I'll be Patrick. And I get kind of red in the sun anyway, so I'm more of a Patrick color. Yeah, my experience first off with SpongeBob, never seen an episode. I've seen the GIFs. I've seen clips here and there, maybe passing on TV. But it was past my childhood already that I was watching that. So it was very interesting watching it. And then weirdly, I was telling you guys beforehand, I kept changing it to Spanish. I was trying to watch it for free, and it was just coming up in Spanish. So I watched it in Spanish because I was trying to figure out what's going to be more annoying, SpongeBob in Spanish or in English. And you know what? I think SpongeBob is kind of rocking in Spanish. Because then Jason was watching it, and I heard the same songs, and I'm telling you, Spanish song better than the Goobler Ghibli thing. It's cacahuates in Spanish.
Yo soy un
N-
cacahuate, sí. Soy un
yeah,
cacahuate, sí.
yeah. Neither of them makes any sense, but at least the Spanish one is a little more random, crazy. So anyway, yeah. So first time watching the movie, I was surprised with David Hasselhoff. Like maybe back in the day, I had seen a clip of it, but seeing that, this is the movie, at least parts of it, it has a very like light Ren and Stimpy esque to it. When they'll do like the close ups and like the squishy sponge and all that, and like, very much reminds me. And then even when they're on the back of David Hasselhoff, it's like it's weird. I mean, he must have kids that like it or whatever. That it's like let's show Harry back, and even down to like his butt, and have it zoomed in, and it's like this freeze frame, and it's very much in that same style. So that was very interesting. I like they brought the pirates back. That started the movie, and then halfway through, or not even halfway, kind of towards the end, and then if you wait through all the credits, the pirates are still at the movie theater. So that was fun. And then for me, I made connections with other movies that maybe were on purpose or not on purpose, but kind of like I felt a little Raising Arizona there with like the bounty hunter on the motorcycle. It reminded me of that, and some other movies that at the moment I'm not remembering, but I'm sure if we talk more about it, they'll come on. So yeah, it is a very bizarre premise, and at times I'm like, wait, this is for kids, because it's not like Family Guy adult jokes or whatever, but it's like there's some stuff that I'm like, oh, this is cool. We're letting we're letting them do this, and yeah, that's my first impression.
Yeah. So this is my first time seeing it. I'm honestly not a big SpongeBob person. SpongeBob did come into my life, I think, when I was in college. I think a friend of mine was watching it in college, and or just said, "No, we're watching SpongeBob." Or like, and they just put SpongeBob on the TV, and I was like, "All right, I guess." And maybe watched a couple episodes. And I'm like, oh, okay, this doesn't like suck. I mean, I just thought it was like a kid's show. I didn't know. Like, it does have that sort of like ring around the rosy thing where it's like it's for adults and it's for kids, but it's a kids show for sure. But there's certain things in it that only an adult is really going to laugh at or even like comprehend. So there's some of that stuff. I always felt like SpongeBob in general kind of had that. The movie more so because who's paying to go see the movie? The parents. They got to take the kids to see it. So that's basically how SpongeBob kind of came to me, but I never really watched it. I mean, I'm familiar with it. I mean, I know Patrick, I know SpongeBob, I know Squidward. The show's been on forever. It's like Nickelodeon's longest running show. I'm not sure what year it started. If anybody knows that, shout it out. But
1999.
99. Okay. Yeah, so that checks out. That's a long running show, man. That's what is that? That's almost 30 years now.
But you said there was a break, that the movie was a breaking point before they brought it back. Is that right,
Oh,
JP?
no. There was no break. The movie,
Oh.
the show kept on going, but this is like this was supposed to be basically the end all for the show. It was going to be the first 3 seasons. The movie was going to cap it, but no, they kept going afterwards.
Wait, this was only after the first 3. You see, I guess I just felt that it was going on way much longer than I remember. Like, yeah, maybe because it's kind of a earworm anyway. So,
Earworm.
yeah.
I feel like even if they were taking a break, they kept playing reruns. You know how they did Fresh Prince on Nick? Like, I just like it, no matter what, it's still
Right.
played.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is right up there. I mean, as far as like longevity, I mean, it's right there with like The Simpsons and Family Guy, right? Like, this thing's been on a long time. Like, the 90s is when this started, for Christ's sakes. It's crazy. I think our last movie was also from 99. Imagine that. SpongeBob started the same year as Fight Club.
And we don't talk about SpongeBob.
That's right, ever. I like this movie. There's some things I like about this movie. I won't say I should have liked the movie, but I do agree with Dino. I'm glad you mentioned the thing about Ren and Stimpy because, like, that's what I kind of watched a lot as a kid, and it definitely has that Ren and Stimpy vibe where it's a little bit gross, it's a little surreal, it's a little weird, it's a little like mind bendy sometimes. Like, well, what does that mean? It's like, and there's some adult stuff that's happening, like when Squidward and SpongeBob are being dried up on that board.
Patrick.
I'm sorry. Patrick is being dried up on the. They have a like the tear that comes out or whatever. It looks like sperm, and then it turns into a heart.
I think that's just you, man. I thought that was tear.
Go back and watch what it turns into. I promise you.
No, I know it turns into a heart.
First it comes out of the tear. First it comes out of the tear, and then it turns into like a teardrop shape. And then it gets a little squiggly thing behind it, and then it starts moving down into a heart. Watch it. And I was like, oh man, that's like one of those weird Disney things. They just threw like a sex joke in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, watch it. So
You're gonna make me watch this again. Damn it.
Well, at least that scene. Watch the whole movie for that. I do like how they kind of like intertwine like actual film stuff with the animation. I think that's pretty cool. I did kind of like how it started with the pirates. I thought that was kind of awesome, and like, yeah, this is goofiness. Like, these are people in the SpongeBob world, and this is how they would act, and I bought all that. That's awesome. I mean, as a movie, I think the thing works, and I like Marina said, you're used to like these 20-minute episodes or whatever, 25-minute episodes, but the movie has all the general storytelling arcs. You know, it's like it goes up and introduces characters and the adventure starts in the first act and then the second act, all this stuff happens. They have a false crescendo, they come back down, and then they start to wrap up the story. Yeah, it's all there as far as a movie goes, and it's good storytelling structure. Uh, the thing about my relationship with SpongeBob, though, I want to like it more, and I just can't. I just don't. I don't know. It's just like it doesn't. And I even laughed at some of the stuff in this thing.
Yeah.
I don't love SpongeBob as much as everybody else, and I hate that for me.
Watch it in Spanish.
I
next
might
time.
like it more.
Yeah.
I think the relationship that you have with SpongeBob is the same as me and my pops. I'm just fucking. That's a joke.
Oh my god.
Relatable.
All right, but yeah, when it comes to me, like my introduction to SpongeBob, I distinctly remember this because I was a very big Nickelodeon fan, even as at 5 fucking years old or whatever the fuck. They used to do this thing where at the end of every year they would have like a compilation of like, ooh, what's the new shows? And when I remember seeing SpongeBob, I think it was that and like Cat Dog, and I couldn't help but feel like, oh, this looks cheap for some reason. And when you watch the very first season of SpongeBob, it is definitely not really that great. This was around the same time as Rocko's Modern Life, and they a better budget on Rocko's compared to SpongeBob. So I remember feeling a bit apprehensive even at 5, where it's like, this doesn't look like it's gonna be a good show, and fucking thing just took over my childhood from then on. But the film, like the movie, there was a point in time, unfortunately, to the behest of my parents, where me and my brother, we knew every line of the movie and we would recite it constantly, daily, and whatnot. So I was watching this with my roommate, and there was lines that minute, stupid, not even jokes that I would quote. It was like, how the fuck do you know this line? Like, you're crazy. So I definitely, there's a soft spot with me and the movie. Rewatching it, I could at least admire now that there's definitely some scenes where I'm willing to say it. It's kind of I don't think it's a hot take. I'm sure people are gonna be upset, but where some scenes, the animation is almost on par with Disney. I know it's a stretch, but when you compare that to like TV animations, like it was pretty damn good. Like I could tell that in their hearts, like, okay, if this is how this is gonna end, we're gonna end it off with a bang. But damn, some of the jokes it's nonstop jokes, very incoherent. It's the dominoes, it doesn't make sense half the time, but somehow the dominoes still knock, and the story is still A to Z. Z, the letter after Y. But yeah, but yeah, now that I'm done with that spiel, McGill. Yeah, I mean, this is very much a buddy pairing movie. Y'all have any favorite before we get into like scenes and whatnot? Any favorite characters in the film? Doesn't have to be the duo. Doesn't have to be SpongeBob or Patrick. But after that, who do you relate to more, SpongeBob or Patrick?
Can I just say before we get into that, I'm still trying to picture 5-year-old JP criticizing cartoons that are going to be about to show on TV.
Dude, I was too smart for my own good. I was annoying.
I know, just 5-year-old JP. The quality of that cartoon on Nickelodeon is going to last 30 years later.
It is funny though how like when you really think about it, we change, but we don't really change from who we are as a kid. Because I was like obsessive over a movie. I would watch something over and over and over again until I hated it. And I can be the same way in certain other things. Like I have my comfort stuff. But I think my thing is the fact that I was so restricted. If I finally found something that like made it through my parents' front door and I liked it, I would watch it on repeat. So I'm like that with anything that I love. I'm just like, oh, let's watch it again and again and again. But yeah,
A little similar, just because growing up, just two channels, and didn't really. It was like Friday nights with movies on one, and the other one Viernes de Película. And I feel like once a month, it was always one of the Rambo movies, always a Schwarzenegger movie, or it was or a Rocky. So it was either Stallone or Schwarzenegger or random movies. So whatever we had on VHS, like we had the Willy Wonka, the Gene Wilder. I watched that so many times. Like the beginning was a little warpy, like starting it, just because it's like rewind it, put it back, and yeah, that was it. Sometimes finish a movie, I'm gonna watch it again. I got nothing else to see. So I totally feel that of revisiting the same movie over and over, just because that's all you had.
yeah.
Side characters. So into side characters. I wanna,
especially since like with you, like since this is kind of like your introduction to the movie, like there's definitely some characters in this show, in the film, that are not at all in the show and have never been seen ever again.
or like I knew the squirrel. Is that the girlfriend? Is that SpongeBob's girlfriend?
No, there's no romances in SpongeBob, but yeah, she's the
Oh.
girl character, Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah, she was not used. Well, then Patrick was in love with the princess. Is the princess and the king in the show?
There's a different version of the king in the show. It's not even like, again, that character does not exist in the show, only in the movie.
Let's see. I will mention again before I think of characters, because again, sounding in Spanish, some of the characters sounded cooler in Spanish than in English. But what is that? Plankton also in English, the bad guy? Because in Spanish it's
Yes.
Plankton. Okay, I wasn't
Yes.
sure if he had another name. He's basically just a poor man's brain, right? Like he's the evil mastermind trying to take over. Only he doesn't have, he's he's got the computer instead of Pinky to help. In Spanish, I like Squiggly. Like I liked his characterization in Spanish more than in English. Even the public radio bit came out as Talita was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, I understand the joke from American PBS PBR joke that in Spanish would make no sense, but that's how my brain sometimes was able to work, even watching cartoons as a kid. Once I understood English well enough, I could translate back to what the English pun or joke would be that does not work at all in Spanish. So, yeah. So Plankton was kind of interesting just because he was different. But you didn't really get to stay with characters that long, other than
like you mentioned, she only has one line in the whole movie. Just
Cool.
the one.
Yeah,
the squirrel. She only has the one. No, two lines. Well, I pay 10, and yeehaw. That's it.
Yeah, she's in the movie and she's in the TV shows a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she's not an original character, but like by a certain season, like got her bubble and she's like, she's there.
What about the whale with the lipstick?
Oh, that's Mr. Krabs' daughter. Is she in the movie?
She's at the opening, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, they had like the whole town at the opening, right, for that announcement, and then it's like,
that's another one that, like, she's like a core player on the show. Like at some point, I think if anything, she has a romantic relationship. Does she have a crush on SpongeBob?
No, they do silly shit too. But okay, there is straight up no romances in SpongeBob whatsoever, except maybe Mr. Krabs and Mrs. Puff, who is the blowfish.
Just one little romance, JP. That's all we're saying. We didn't.
So we're gonna have to start writing our own.
No. There is romance because at one point there is SpongeBob's mom and SpongeBob's dad.
Okay, I'm waiting.
When two sponges fall in love.
Yeah. I was expecting his ass to pop out more. I guess it only popped out when he first put on the. That's like one of the only things I know. And then he blushed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess it's not that much of a gag in the cartoon.
Are you saying you
No.
knew that was coming?
I knew that that's like the only real thing I knew about SpongeBob. That his ass flap of his shorts keep falling out, and it just shows a like somewhat anatomically correct butt crook. Yeah, and then he like blushes red.
That happens. That's a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. It happens a
So,
lot.
It doesn't happen a lot, but it certainly has happened a few times, I think,
Okay,
or at
And
least
then-
maybe in the new show. I only know seasons 1 through 3 and maybe a little bit of 4 and 5, and that's it.
but when he put on his shorts in this one at the very beginning, it happened. Just a quick,
Yeah,
so
very cheeky. Yeah, the amount of like ass jokes in this movie, which is like I believe 3, that was funny. Like it's still weird. Like it's a
well,
kid's
a lot of ass jokes, burping, right? Burping is funny for kids as they're getting drunk with Sundays or whatever.
that was
you
also fun.
Well,
Banana.
let me tell you this. This is real. I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once after this film as a cleanser, and let me tell you, the ass jokes in that movie are way more than SpongeBob. But yeah,
I would hope so. I
Cleanser,
would hope
not a
so.
cleanser. Don't be mean to JP's pick.
It's okay.
I have a question. In the show, does the show continue from like where the movie left off? Like, does SpongeBob still carry his promotion into the show?
No, it's kind of like how a lot of those TV movies are. Like it's literally its own thing. You again, a lot of these newer characters, like the king, the daughter, Alec
They
Baldwin's
never-
character, they never show up ever again. There is no Krusty Krab 2 in the show. SpongeBob
Okay, that's
never
what-
gets
that
the
was my
manager
next question.
job. Yeah.
So it's not like Bob's Burger, the movie, that actually it's part of the canon,
Uh-huh.
and you actually let up with a crack on the sidewalk, and then the water main bursting, and then in the show continuing, they added a reopen, but
Yeah.
not for this show. They couldn't care
No.
less about continuity.
No, because it was
Yeah,
silly.
just like how
silly kid show.
Rugrats Go Wild doesn't go back to the show. There's no talk of going to that land.
Wait, Rugrats had a movie?
They
Yeah,
had
you
three.
did that orange VHS. Like
Yeah.
No.
I didn't
that-
either.
That was
Because-
probably one of the last cartoons, Los Rugrats. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my knowledge of hip and trendy cartoons lasted a little bit longer because I'm 6 years older than my brother and 8 years older than my sister. So definitely,
Cartoons were
watched.
being watched.
yeah. Mind you, it was mostly PBS, but I was in the know of commercials and stuff like that. And then like one Saturday morning gave me a little sneak peek of some of the
Oh, that
cable
was
stuff.
Disney. One Saturday morning was Disney. Wow.
Well, I had a little of the people when I worked at a nursery. We would have PBS on, and so we did get the Wonder Pets. The phone is ringing. There's an animal in trouble. But then I would bring in my
Did
mother.
anybody else say their,
Huh?
did anybody else say their favorite character? I feel like we really got
not
deeply
yet.
connected.
I can say my favorite character. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, this
I
is a
know.
really tough one. I'm trying to figure it out.
Actually, David Hasselhoff is pretty funny, man.
Yeah.
He's got a few lines that are like, that's pretty funny, Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Like, he knows where he is.
And his chest work there, like
It's perfect.
My favorite character will always be Squidward.
Fair enough.
Just just a lovable pessimist. Relatable.
recumbent by.
Just wants to be alone with his clarinet.
I'm gonna say my favorite character was when SpongeBob was wasted and he was staring at too.
That was weird, right?
That's another scene where it's like, this is a children's movie.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like kids don't get any of that.
And
Yeah.
because it's like it's a sugar drunk or whatever, but it's like nah, yeah, sugar high. But boy,
Oh,
in Spanish, no, I'm just saying, right? Like I think that's what they're kind of getting away
cream,
with.
yeah.
I mean, he's got like the beard thing, like the 5
Yeah,
o'clock
the
shadow. Yeah, like
He's got a bender.
yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is.
oh man, even as this came out in 2004, I was at least 12. I was 12. Even at that age, in that scene that Des mentioned, at the last point where SpongeBob just shouts "Waiter!" and then you see Patrick just on the bar, just like looking just like that. Like I when I saw that face, even back then, I was like, I've seen men make that face in them type of stupors. I'm scared. So stupid.
No doubt. Yeah, I guess that was kind of funny because when they were at the bar, I was like, oh, they're making this into a bar because I realized what they were doing pretty early on in that bit when SpongeBob was about to leave and he orders the triple gooseberry ice cream thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And after he was like happy to come back, like, oh, he's about to drown his sorrows into ice cream. And then like surely that's happened. I was like, okay, I see where this is going. And they want more. And I thought the bartender was gonna I feel like they missed it, like you've had enough. But he didn't do that. I was like, just to kind of solidify the joke. But I guess it's all there. I didn't know the bit was gonna go for that long either, though.
Yeah. It is also kind of crazy because like it does show like, oh, there's actual kid fish in the main part of this establishment. So those are probably the only adults.
Yep.
in that moment.
And he ordered a kid's meal.
How old is SpongeBob? You know,
He's a kid.
Yeah, he's forever like an adult child.
like
I think there is.
Oh my god! Okay,
technically
that was the first laugh. Is when no, there were more laughs before, and I will say, but Patrick being like, "I'm not a kid. Hey, the kid's meal comes with a toy."
right.
So what?
So first off, I relate to Patrick more than SpongeBob. I didn't answer that part.
Oh yeah, if
That's
you're
how-
more of
oh,
a Patrick
man.
or a SpongeBob.
You kind of read my mind because I was literally about to say I think Patrick more just because he comes up with those one-liners or just random thing that because the whole thing is always on SpongeBob. So the fact that Patrick is able to come like he's coming in with them zingers, right? And like also not knowingly, you'll usually contradict even like them saying like 9 days, 8 days. He's like 7, 6, just and everyone's like stop. So I think Patrick is a little more more likable or better just because he's a wingman.
Yeah, I think like if I'm writing solo, I definitely have like SpongeBob's anxiety, right? But when I'm around my closest of friends, I completely let them take the lead, and I'm just the dumb person who says an occasional fun thing, like I'm just like, I trust you. Where are we going?
Yeah.
I'm down for the adventure, but
I know I'm a SpongeBob.
I feel like you always boss up around me, so you must not trust me or feel comfortable.
Damn.
It does take a while. I need to know that when I'm doing my trust fall, that the plans will be great. I have to, we haven't hung.
I'm gonna say that I relate the most to the usher at the end, kicking the
Pirates.
the people away because I also didn't want to clean that popcorn the right way.
Oh, the way she was brushing that away, I'm like, oh, she's like, I'm not even doing everything. I'm just gonna clear this one area and bye, Felicia. I'm out of here.
I feel like that has to be a one take thing because that was no way in hell that was the best take that they did.
Oh, that whole pirates thing at the beginning, I know I'm kind of going around. I was getting cabin boy vibes from these kind of pirates and all that, and I was down with that.
My second thing. Shoot, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off, but I don't know why you keep reminding me of things. You said first laugh. My first big laugh was the whole like investigating the cheese thing. What movie is that from? I feel like that was in a movie like where he's like bringing the suspect down, like when someone negotiates
Oh
someone.
yeah,
Like, think about your family. Let's talk about your family. Is like
that
when he
was
was.
so funny.
I just don't
Stay with
remember.
me.
I feel like that was in a hostage negotiation movie
Right.
at some point. I didn't get a
Well,
chance.
Well,
I
them
think-
doing the forensic thing, that was very much like
Yeah.
Mission Impossible Tom Cruise, you know?
It could be hostage. It can also be one of those medical dramas or whatever, where it's like, let me talk, talk to me about your family type of thing before like pulling a
Right.
wire, pulling whatever. But yeah. Oh, because he was, and clearly it's going to be a dream, right? Because he's coming in and it's like, let me go in there, let me inspect the stuff.
It's so funny, like how he sees himself so badass and confident, and it's in the dream. Because that's the only time he's ever that serious throughout the whole movie. He has his serious and dramatic moments, but like just completely like, I'm the boss. I'm manager of this establishment. Oh man.
You
think first laugh was just like-
All right, I had to look it up. It says the suspect scene in the SpongeBob movie is widely believed to be a reference to a specific scene from the 2003 movie A Guy Thing. Anybody saw that?
Guy
A guy thing? Really? I barely remember seeing that, but that's the most random movie.
I don't know that.
I've never heard of that movie.
I've never watched that before, so I don't even know.
Who's in it? I think I did, but
Jason Lee, Julia Stiles, and Selma Blair.
My
Yeah.
Name is Earl is
I
in that
still haven't
movie.
seen it.
I feel like I have, but I can't remember that either.
What you said? 03?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the height of Jason Lee. That's when he was on like My Name is Earl, probably.
And that explains because like SpongeBob came out the next year, right?
Yeah,
So
next year.
that would be like the close. So now I gotta watch that.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, maybe it was a big movie. I don't know. Well, I got some numbers for us if I could interrupt us for a little bit.
Let's go.
Let's talk business.
Business.
This is the business segment of the show. Business. Okay. So on a $30 million budget, total worldwide gross was $140 million. So this thing was a smash blockbuster success when it came out. 85 of those millions of that 140 was domestic. So the US and Canada.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
People all over the world love SpongeBob, man, but mostly in America.
I wonder what else playing that weekend. Like, you want to go
Oh,
see?
dude.
You want to go see what was the Jesus movie? Was it that same year or no?
Oh my cry.
The Passion, like the same week.
You want to go see the Passion of Christ or SpongeBob?
Like,
Like,
came out the same week as SpongeBob.
Oh,
Somebody AI that for us. We should know that kind of information going forward with movies. Like, what was
for the
what was
record,
released?
I am using Google, not AI,
That's hilarious.
because they're so different.
So who would have been Pontius Pilate, SpongeBob or Patrick?
Well, wait a minute now. Like, so wait, Steve, you grew up on the great island of Puerto Rico. Dino and Talita grew up in South America. Was SpongeBob a big part of your lives?
Well, not really. Different generation, bro.
But was it like a part of like the life of
I will say, I wasn't
Bob
going to
Esponja.
put Talita's family on blast, but this past year, she's got 6-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
6-year-old nephew, the babysitter, I think, or the mom, made a SpongeBob SquarePants cardboard backpack, and it looks amazing.
It was,
It's like if you go to Little Mexico for one of those piñatas, it almost has like a really nice piñata vibe, but it was like beautiful SpongeBob
Yeah.
SquarePants.
It's a backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that he
So
took to,
obviously, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
it was a big thing. Yeah, it
but
still
not
is.
not during my times.
But you remember it.
Oh yeah, but as I was, 99. Someone was going into high school, so couldn't watch no cartoons no more.
You were going to high school in 1999? Oh my
Don't
god.
forget to bring a towel.
I was going to like the 3rd grade. That's great.
In 2000, I was a freshman.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
So I put it in
when-
the chat. I put it in the chat, but I just want to reiterate that during late 2004, when SpongeBob SquarePants movie released on November 19, 2004, blockbuster hits like Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Shrek 2, Spider-Man 2, The Incredibles, The Notebook, and $1 Million Baby. So
That was not one weekend.
No,
That's
a
funny.
weekend.
That
mean,
same.
I
Are you saying
mean,
that was the same week?
I just
You know what's-
googled it.
No, you know what's
No.
crazy? I think I know for a fact that probably $1 Million Baby and Prisoner of Azkaban was during that same like release date. Just because
It's also
the
a lot of
Potter films
sequels.
came out during November.
It's a lot of sequels, and I don't think sequels
Yeah.
were as hyped up as they were now. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, just Spider-Man 2. Like, it's just, like it's just Shrek 2. I don't know.
Yeah,
It could maybe I'll do a more specific search, but that being said, like, still, like, the
Wait
numbers
till
that
you see Spider-Man 3.
like, I feel like I'm just saying, like, even if it was a week before, after, but it's still, they chose to go see SpongeBob, So it's like,
Can you imagine being fucking
good on them.
Clint Eastwood like fucking SpongeBob? Goddamn sponge. I'm Clint Eastwood. I'm mad.
People wasted all this money on a sponge.
Did anybody get shocked about how SpongeBob takes a shower?
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun visual gag.
Well, that's what I told Dino.
What?
That he eats the soap. And I was like, I don't want to show this to my nephew. He's going to eat it. I was like, no, literally never.
That's funny. Yeah, don't eat the soap,
Yeah.
kids.
I mean, it makes sense. He's a sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he brushes his teeth with the eyes.
Right.
Oh god. His morning routine was wild. Man, just really like
Well, the big thing is also how physics or water works in the world of SpongeBob. It's just, do we want to show bubbles? Do we want it floating? Oh, there can be fire, but also water in a bucket. But it was pretty amazing how loose they were, with that.
He lives in a pineapple under the sea, guys.
Speaking of like those cartoon physics, I remember distinctly while watching with my roommate when they're in the souvenir shop and the sprinklers turn on and they all come to life. He was like, that wouldn't happen.
That's funny. That wouldn't happen. SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Also, like, why would you open a second store right next to your first store?
Money.
Starbucks. That was the first laugh for me in the movie, by the way. Like, money. That's pretty funny.
Oh god.
Especially, do you know that he's known for being like a cheap person, or is that like a fresh
No,
comedy?
he's always been known.
No, I'm asking Jason. Like, did you
no.
Yeah,
know?
I didn't know any of that. His first line was like, "I like money," and I laughed at it. And I have to rewind this because at first I thought like my mind was trained, and I thought at first I'm like, "Is he about to say I like turtles?" Because he kind of said like, "I like turtles," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I had to go back, and I was like, "Oh, money. That's also funny."
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't know that about his characters. I think he's penny pincher or whatever he's supposed to be.
Nah, very much a Meisner. Is that correct? Miser? I said Meisner. Miser.
Schmeisner. I don't know the word.
He's a fucking actor.
All right. The weekend release of SpongeBob, which is November 19th, is also National Treasure.
Oh,
And
who did
then,
that go?
other releases were Bad Education, Battle of the Brave. But yeah, I don't know. And After the Sunset and the Polar Express.
Wow.
Which were
Wow.
kind of like the previous weekend.
Mhm.
It's November, so there's not,
Well, I
right,
guess I should have
The
Right.
Totally.
Spanish stole the
Yeah.
yeah,
Declaration.
right around Thanksgiving, for kids.
Yeah, I guess that. Okay, so it being a holiday, it's like all those movies were pretty big. Like, how did they make so much money? It was a holiday.
Mm.
I am surprised that this was not a summer release. Like, wow, this was in the fall. I guess they really wanted to get that Oscar.
Right.
Did
Nickelodeon
they
Oscar bid.
So
Did they
yeah,
win an Oscar? Did this win an award?
I don't think so. I don't
Wait,
think
best
it did.
best animated picture.
It won at least 4 Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards.
And it's been winning them ever since.
Oh man.
so I tell you what, that weekend of the release, for box office, National Treasure #1. Second is SpongeBob. Third, The Incredibles, and that have already been 15 days in the theaters. Then The Polar Express, followed by Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason,
Mm.
After the Sunset, and Ray came out the same year as Ray came out, and The Grudge, and
Really?
saw the first seat of
Wow.
yeah. Still
What
a
a
lot.
time.
Yeah.
That is the time.
I just turned 13.
Oh,
That sponge took my money. And
Finding
I'm in
Neverland.
need.
Yeah, I was definitely more busy with all those other movies.
Yeah, Sideways. Yeah. Friday Night Live. Oh my God, what a year! What the Motorcycle Diaries? There we go, guys. That's what I was doing.
Oh, is that the Bridget Jones diary?
That's what. Yeah, it's a Latino's Bridget Jones diary is the Motorcycle Diary.
Oh man.
You don't even know how many people I've actually met in real life that have tried to recreate this.
The SpongeBob movie. Yeah, I can
No,
imagine.
the motorcycle Diaries.
You mean
Wow,
doing
dude.
the actual trip, right?
Yeah, like I met French people that are like, "Oh yeah, I just read this book and I just bought this motorcycle."
Well, Obi-Wan Kenobi did trips with his buddy on motorcycle through different continents,
Yeah.
and they filmed it also. Not to,
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just a mom.
yeah. Not to like humble Paraguay brag, guys, but yeah, before that, there were, or maybe right after, a couple Paraguayans drove a Model T Ford in the '60s from Paraguay, and they made it all the way to the U.S. They were gonna make it to Detroit to visit the Ford plant to be like, "Hey, the Model T, we made it from Paraguay," but they
And
only
then
made
they
it to.
realized they went bankrupt.
Well,
They just
basically,
let it go.
they weren't getting a response from Ford. Ford thought like, "Oh, this is some shady shit."
Wait, did you say
Wow.
Ford went bankrupt?
Basically, they were not doing so great.
I don't think that's accurate.
But yeah, they made it to New York, and then they got into a car accident. But yeah,
Damn. They
and
were
then
like
there was,
that.
a couple of Paraguayans left college and bought a Westphalia, I think, and drove. They were going to drive back to Paraguay, and they made it to Chile, and then the car died. And so, yeah. So there have been some close people that have kind of done motorcycle diaries.
Motocicleta.
I wonder if those folks did have the same thing happen to them, like those monks have been traveling across the country where a bunch of Christians for some reason like, you need Jesus. Your car's evil. You need Jesus.
What is that?
No, I'm just cracking up that Dino was like, I don't want to brag, but like some people from my country got in the car and it broke down. I was like, I was waiting for the. I was like, when does the thing happen? That.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of what happens in Motorcycle Diaries a lot as well. So.
Wait, back to SpongeBob. We'll review Motorcycle Diaries another time.
No, it's okay. I'm over Motorcycle Diaries, guys. But if you want to watch it, go ahead.
There's no motorcycles here. They just drive sandwiches.
Ooh.
Oh my god, the sandwiches bit had me dying.
What
Yeah.
sandwich bit?
Oh, the car, the sandwich car.
Oh, well, the whole
Yeah.
Batman, No, you know what I found funny is like they're going down the poles like Batman and Robin, 60s show movie, and then they stop, and then they still have to go into the elevator to like, keep going down. Like that idea of it just being kind of what is it when you have your expectation and it changes it?
Subverts it.
Yes, thank you. That's the word. Subverts it. English still my second language, guys. But yeah, it subverts your expectation into something else.
I don't even know that word. So you're good. Born and raised on the English.
Yeah.
man.
I did like that whole like for the fans of the show where Patrick says like, "Wait, you don't even have a license." Like, you don't need a license to drive a sandwich. Yeah, in the show he can't drive.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
in
big
the show,
big joke
he
in the
fails.
show.
I was literally looking for that line right now because I laughed.
So they
And
say
that's-
sandwich, not hamburger.
Well, I don't think they've ever called them hamburgers. They call them patties.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah,
Spanish, they say
JP calls
hamburger.
JP calls burgers sandwiches, but
That's funny.
Oh,
but in
okay.
the show, they I don't think they've ever referred to them as burgers or hamburgers. They're just called patties. You know.
Oh, in Spanish it was hamburguesa. No necesitas una licencia para manejar una hamburguesa.
Alec Baldwin shoot somebody in this movie.
Stop.
Who was Baldwin? Because I did look. I was like, oh, Scarlett Johansson. I didn't recognize her voice, and then I was like, oh yeah, it was in Spanish. I don't think.
Yeah,
You
like
mean she doesn't do her own
Baldwin's
voiceover?
Yeah. Like, who was Scarlett?
Oh,
Was
she was
she the
the
princess?
mermaid. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
okay.
princess character.
Well, that's why she was
like,
hot. I never looked her up. That's why they made her really hot.
yeah, I think she was in her early 20s when she did this movie. Like,
Oh,
or
probably right after Lost in Translation.
Yeah, maybe like a year or so after that.
yeah.
You said she was really hot. Did you say that?
She said
The
hot.
mermaid,
He
the
said
mermaid
young.
was busty. The mermaid was busty.
I didn't even know it was a busty mermaid. That's
No wonder.
weird of me.
No wonder Patrick was into her. Huh?
I knew that she was the princess. That's all I knew.
Yeah, they
Think
you
a little
know
like
the
I mean,
She said
she
in
had
it-
a bob cut.
She said in an interview that she gets paid more of this than the Avengers.
Yeah, right.
did she for real?
For royalties, I could almost believe
that
that.
Nickelodeon.
That is
Like-
funny though. I didn't realize that was Alec Baldwin playing the guy that was about to stomp them with the thing. So that is kind of funny.
he was Dennis, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that completely. That is what I thought was a callback to Raising Arizona. Oh, that guy. Yeah, Dennis.
Such a silly name too. I mean, it's a normal person's name.
Oh,
But his
it's
name
weird,
is
right?
Dennis.
His license plate said "I kill you." Like I'm like, wait, this is for kids. Like, and in Spanish, of course, there's a narrator that "te mato" or some, like any signs or whatever was just had a narrator.
I watched it in Arabic, and Ahmed the Dead Terrorist came out. I killed you.
No, but you know it's so funny, Tino. You're really putting the oh yeah in Cinema Club tonight with these translations. I appreciate it. You know.
Really with the
Represent.
What this?
Meanwhile, I still stutter when I try to say Dimelo. Ooh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, oh yeah. I don't even say it right. I'm like, oh yeah, Cinema Club. Yeah. We got any more
So
sponge?
Motorcycle Diaries, guys, is
Oh my
Their car
god.
broke down too. Those motorcycles broke down.
oh,
We did it first. We did it first.
did you get on mute? Did we mute?
Because of the phone call.
Yeah.
It's a little echoey, yeah.
Who, me?
No, they are.
Oh, okay. They sound
back.
distant.
Yeah, I think we're back.
Yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, the camera's right there. It's like
Did we miss something? What'd you guys say?
Yeah, we were talking about the deep levels of SpongeBob and how deep the sea can go.
yeah, at least
We missed a lot.
700 leagues under the sea.
I thought it was more
So
like
Well, you know
this
what I
was the
thought was
first.
actually kind of cute.
This was the.
And maybe they
This
do
is
this
a-
on SpongeBob all the time. Maybe they interact with like the human world a lot. I don't know. You guys can tell me. But I like that they were like how they were scaled because I never really thought about the size
yeah.
of Patrick and SpongeBob like being a starfish and a sponge. I just
Mhm.
assumed they were regular size. Even though there's fishes down there, there's a squirrel down
Mhm.
there. So, but like cartoons don't always like stay true to like scale, right? But
Yeah.
like seeing them on Hasselhoff's back and running on the beach with the crown, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of funny and cute.
Mm. In later stuff that I've seen where they do have the live action stuff, they tend to actually stick to that size. Like they are
Mhm.
just SpongeBob is literally the size of a normal kitchen sponge.
Okay.
They-
Yeah,
they
but
haven't
that was the
posted that.
first reveal, though, right? Like that was like one of the cool things about the movie is that they did that. They had never done the live thing before that movie came out, right? Or
No,
they-
in the show they would have live action bits, but it never had the characters in it. There's only once where they did that, and they were just straight up like puppets, like
Mhm.
plastic puppets. Like SpongeBob came out of the water, he's literally a sponge. Patrick comes out of the water, he's literally like a petrified star.
They ever shown how like SpongeBob remodeled his pineapple or anything in the show or
I don't
No.
think so.
Oh, right. He also lived in a pineapple, for Christ's sakes.
It's in the song.
Well, one other thing that people know about him.
He lives in a pineapple. And wait, why
Right.
hasn't this pineapple disintegrated?
There's an
The
episode.
salt water would kill it.
I don't know what's more
The
like.
same
even
reason
if
why
you
there's fire. Go ahead, sorry.
I don't think I don't know what's more like, even if you never watched it, you know. I don't know if it's Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea, SpongeBob SquarePants, or you don't talk about Fight Club. I really don't know which one it is, but I swear you can go your whole life without watching either, and you've heard both
No,
of
that
those.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it now.
Kind of
It's in
similar
the-
red pill, blue pill type of thing. There's
Okay, so we don't talk about the pineapple.
also I didn't know that like Bikini Bottom was actually a gentrified neighborhood.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Was it? Yeah, I guess
Why do you believe Steve ever?
I didn't know race
I want
existed.
to hear the reasoning why the gentrified.
Jason's like, yeah, bro. What? Tell me more.
The Krabby Patty restaurant is
Yeah.
gentrifying the neighborhood.
Well,
Yeah,
just
when
the
they
fact
when
that-
they go to the other side, that's where the mean people are.
Oh, the hood.
The
what is
hood,
it?
you know.
Shell Island, Shell Land, whatever.
or
The biker club.
as soon as they crossed the county line and they stole the car, and I was like, how many seconds
Oh
was that?
yeah, that's
And I was
right.
like so happy that it was like they lasted, I don't know how many seconds over the
12
two guys.
seconds.
Oh, is it in English also? Talita got a laugh of like when they stopped at the gas station and asked to fill it up. In Spanish, it was ketchup o mostaza. Is that what it was in English
It's
also?
literally ketchup and mustard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mustard
Yeah.
or ketchup. Yeah.
Ketchup o
Same
mostaza.
joke. Goodness. Oh man. No, this is nice. This is nice talking about the film.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna have to watch this Motorcycles Diary thing. This you guys talked about that, how like fucking what's that other thing? How like really like cringe intellectual white boys talk about The Great Gatsby.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna have to try to find the Motorcycle Diaries now.
The way
So-
white boys talk about American Psycho.
Oh my god, remember that shit? I hated that stuff, man. I remember
Like, I
in
love
college.
it. It's so creative. Just so raw and fresh.
Yeah, no, it's like I told my roommate once, like I forgot what it was, but we were talking about Inglorious Bastards or whatever. It's like, ugh, you're that type of cinephile. It's like, dude, that year was the year of the Nazis, if I remember correctly. Like, holy, well, no, this year's the year of the Nazis. I think it was 08. I think no, Inglorious Bastards was 09.
But wait, you're saying 09 was the year of the Nazis? How so? Did I miss it?
I'm pretty
Movie
sure like
wise.
that movie like was nominated for everything, was it not? Like I
Yeah,
feel like
I
that
mean
was the
that was what's his name won for 2 years in a row, I think, because for Django
yes.
Unchained and
Christoph Waltz.
yeah, won
He
back
plays
to back
every role.
years, I think, right? Or just
Hello, Mr. Sponge and Mr. Star. Are you
I'm so
hiding
glad that man
enemies
became
of
an
the
actor.
state?
He'd be a scary guy at Ralph's. Like he's very in place. I'm happy he found his lane.
It's guys just imagine you at Ralph's. Paper or plastic.
I was just talking about him last week, and he's been nominated for an Oscar twice, and
Yeah.
only under the direction of Quentin Tarantino.
yeah. When people in Europe were kind of thinking it was a joke because he was known for, I think, like kids shows and maybe soaps or just it was a weird thing like that. You can watch clips of what he was in before, so they were, I guess, kind of surprised, like, how is he getting all the awards? Like
That's
maybe
funny.
not taken as seriously, across the big pond, if you will. But it's like just the difference between those two characters are like the two extremes, right? The one who doesn't even want to shake the hand of a racist, Leonardo DiCaprio, and the one that's like,
A Nazi.
yeah, the
Just
Nazi.
Just like Squidward and SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying?
And not even just like a Nazi, like, because he's able to like spin on the dime and basically like, oh yeah, this is bad. This is just what I do because this is my job that I have to do. So even just like I'm willing to give it all up because I know it's not gonna, it's gonna lose. So not even a true believer, if you will, just really fucking good at being the butcher, or whatever he was, the wolf. Yeah,
So what's our final thoughts on Inglorious Bastards?
I know.
He was talking about Mr. Krabs. He was talking about Mr. Krabs, right?
Spinal Thought.
I'll go.
That's hilarious.
Cool. That was fun. My son enjoyed it.
Inglorious
You watch it with your kids?
No, SpongeBob. Because I said I had to rewind it, and by the time I rewound it, he had come back from his camp, his after school camp thing. He liked it. I will probably never watch it again. But it was cool. I like switching it up. I thought about suggesting an animated movie before. I didn't think you guys would want to, but now you will have to eventually. Wait on it. But yeah, thanks, JP. Love to have you. You could have picked watching a potato sack on the potato sack. I would have reviewed it for you.
If your son asked you to play it, to put it on, will you put it on?
Sure, in his room.
Walk away, or would,
I work hard for this 2-bedroom in LA. Okay, you can watch it up in there.
okay.
1 second. You said that you did watch it with your son, or you started it with your son?
No, I watched it by myself. I watched it by myself first, and then when I had to go grab him, pick him up, and I was like, let me start it over just in case I missed some stuff. And so he was watching, he continued to watch it while we started this, basically.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, then I'll go. I did like this movie. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought maybe I wouldn't like it, but I don't really have hard feelings about SpongeBob. It's just not of my
Oh,
and I wouldn't even say generation because the person who introduced me to SpongeBob loved it and was very much of my generation. So, um, who would I recommend this to? In good faith, probably no one. Like personally, 'cause I just don't know anybody who I would ever recommend this to.
Yeah.
Like this movie has never come up to me before. So, and I don't, I guess I don't really have a ton of like serious. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not. I like to have it as a reference, but I would recommend this to children for sure. I would recommend this to diehard SpongeBob fans or people who like to stay up late at night and watch weird stuff, like how Ren and Stimpy used to be. I bet you potheads and stoners love SpongeBob.
yeah.
Um,
Nobody in their right mind.
yeah, I would say like this is one of those cartoons that nobody in their right mind would actually like, and that's actually a compliment to what SpongeBob SquarePants is doing.
Yeah.
But but children love it. Like usually, if I love a cartoon, I kind of want like a plushie of it. I don't even know what I would do with like a SpongeBob plushie. To be honest with you, I just don't love them enough. Maybe it's the laugh that throws me off. Like maybe it's that's killing me. I don't know, but it is funny. I mean, I imagine the show is probably like at least a little, funny. I thought that some of the bits and the jokes in the movie they caught me off guard and made me laugh. So that was cool. Um, but yeah, would I watch it again? I can't see myself watching this again. I mean, maybe with the
Mm.
kid, like I wouldn't like turn it off in front of a kid. Like if they wanted to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't suck.
Better
I
than
think
me.
it's a pretty good movie.
Jason, the
Yeah.
fully just going around and turning kids' TVs off that they're watching SpongeBob.
Yeah, under the pretense that I was like watching a child and they're like, "Hey, let's watch a SpongeBob movie." I'm like, "All right, I could do it." But yeah, that's my final thoughts.
That's genuinely
All right,
hilarious.
I'll go. Yeah, kind of echoing the same thing. More than anything, this just comes up in conversation. Oh yeah, I've seen the SpongeBob movie, but hey, I'll be the guy that says I've seen it in Spanish, and it's better in Spanish.
Right.
His laugh is a little less annoying in Spanish.
Really pretentious.
The song's actually a little more catchy in Spanish and less of wanting to, scratch your ears and eyes off. But yeah, I can imagine recommending this to anyone. Yeah, the other thing I noticed is it called The Perfect Show? Is that the other show from Cartoon Network? The Bluebird and the
Oh, the regular show.
regular show. The regular show is kind of a little bit more the adult version of this show, of like SpongeBob and Patrick, and the regular show has the two characters, which I ended up watching, and kind of the squid guy, which is the gumball dude. So that I would watch that instead of watching SpongeBob again. Yeah, that's it. But it was actually surprisingly okay. And yes, there were a couple of chuckles were had. That's it.
Alrighty, I'll go ahead. I would say it wasn't in my bingo card of 2026 to be discussing the SpongeBob movie in Cinema Club. That's, that is quite surprising. And let me tell you, sometimes, you need a SpongeBob on your team because SpongeBob is a real one. That dude had a whole wall of being an employee of the month. And then when he went to tell to his boss, "You didn't pick me, you bastard," he got frozen and he still went on a quest to save him. Like, that's a real
Dummy.
sponge right there. Um, yeah, it's like, again, I'm also like, I don't know who I would recommend this movie to. Maybe a child. I don't know. I don't even know. But also like one of the things that's remarkable about this movie, and it could lose the effect as time goes by because we're every day we're getting more and more AI fied and all that stuff. It's just like when you look at the credits, and I'm not talking about the post credits or whatever. I'm talking about the actual credits. There were a ton of people working in this film. Like a ton of freaking people. Like there was somebody that drew like SpongeBob's booty and went like, "Is this okay? Okay, do you want me to fix it?" You know, like this was a very humongous collaborative work, and that is something that's remarkable to make something that was almost 30 years ago and still slap. It's actually pretty incredible. And just like Jason said, like I will actually recommend this to writers. Like if you want to write film and stuff like that, this has the perfect, story arc, uh, of, you know narration and stuff. And yeah, that's my final thoughts.
Righty you. Well, my final thoughts pretty much the same as the first thoughts. Um, Watched this movie an f ton of times as a kid. Has a special place in my heart. I know for a fact I can't really recommend this to like as a first time viewer. Like no, like I think on the story on its own, it's pretty okay and solid. Whereas like anybody can watch it, but I feel like a fan would appreciate it even more. So yeah, well, and honestly, if you're a fan, you've already seen this movie, so I do understand how it's kind of a difficult one to recommend to, juvenile folks. So like, if you're a Mad Magazine Weird Al loving asshole and you haven't seen this movie, what's up? Those are my final thoughts. Grade A movie, A plus plus plus, best movie in the whole freaking world, and I can't help.
I feel like the
Ahead.
Hundreds of Beaver fans would also enjoy this as well.
Oh yeah, they would.
This would be a great Hundreds of Beavers double feature.
Oh my god,
Oh
I
god,
can already see it.
Mhm.
yes.
Late night, like a late night.
JP with his mashup Beaver slash SpongeBob costume. You know,
Oh god, it's gonna be SpongeBob with the done beaver hat,
with
and
a
then on
dead
that
eye.
beaver hat is the Krabby Krusty.
Well, I saw a skeleton on the screen just now.
Yeah.
Spooky, scary
But
skeleton.
spooky, scary. I do have a couple of questions before we wrap this up. I do want to know, JP, maybe you know, um, is this how many theatrical releases has SpongeBob had?
I think this new one is the fourth one.
Oh
The
wow,
new
Wow,
one that
really?
just came out last year is the fourth one.
Actual movie release.
Actual theatrical release. I don't count those stupid TV movies, because if you're
Okay.
gonna
yeah,
count the TV movies, I think there's seven. I want to say
Okay.
seven, but theatrical it's four.
Don't hurt your brain there. Yeah.
that's the, like if he has more theatrical release movies than TV movies, that's also pretty incredible.
Yeah.
SpongeBob, man, cash cow. I guess my last question then is, Steve, what do you got for us next week?
Next week, I am so glad you asked, because since there's 4 theatrical releases of SpongeBob SquarePants, we have to continue the fun. And Jason, you're next. So I'm kidding. I don't even know what the next 4 release.
So I think we're going to return to a theme, and I know Marina loves that very much. I can see the glint in her eye. We're going to watch Blancanieves.
I don't know what's coming over.
And you can watch that with your son as well.
Oh my god.
It's kid appropriate.
I don't know. Something's
Blancanieves.
tickling my throat. It feel like it's 7 days from now. It may turn into something bigger. I'm just kidding.
Blancanieves, aka Snow White in Spanish, next week. So for El Dantino, Jason_Echoes, JP, the Marina Love, and me, Steve, the Stevie, will catch you next week. Bye bye. Who lives in a pineapple under the
Under the sea.
sea?